everyone, this is Emily and welcome back to Emily Central, your source to all things Philippines. If you are new here and you're interested on learning a bit more about the Philippines and their travel updates, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate that. A few days ago, I shared this video with you guys. Please watch this video if you have more questions and you need more guidance on how to register for One Health Pass. Okay, so I gave you guys simple step-by-step process on how to register there. And today we will talk about frequently asked questions. These are questions from my viewers that I've seen on my channel, and some of them I've already answered, but maybe some of you guys out there still have the same questions, and hopefully we'll be able to cover that question and you guys have better understanding on exactly what goes on when it comes to One Health Pass. The first thing that we're going to cover today is very important. Is One Health Pass still required for the Philippines? Yes, all passengers are still required to complete a One Health Pass. You must have a QR code or a barcode in order for you to check in for your flight and arrive in the Philippines. Okay, let's get it out there. Yes, there's been a lot of talk about removing, completely scrapping One Health Pass. Okay, even Secretary Binay is fighting through it, talking about it with the Senate, that it is very inconveniencing a lot of passengers and even giving second doubts to travelers, tourists coming into the Philippines because they don't want to deal with One Health Pass. But these are all talk, okay? There's nothing approved yet when it comes to this. So every passengers will still need to have a One Health Pass registration regardless of your age and regardless of your vaccination status. So with that said, we will cover some questions today from viewers, okay? The first thing that I want to cover is about the booster shot, because a lot of people are wondering, so I got my booster last year, Emily, am I still gonna be okay? And the answer is yes, you're gonna be just fine. It does not matter the time frame of your booster. You could have gotten it last year, 6 months ago, 3 days ago before your departure, 2 days before your departure. It does not matter, okay? As long as you are fully vaccinated with a booster, you will no longer need to present a negative RT-PCR test or an antigen test. So I want everyone to understand that fully vaccinated with a booster will no longer be required to present a negative pre-departure COVID-19 test. All right, the second thing that I want to talk about when it comes to being fully vaccinated, okay? I have another viewer that asked, someone she knows is coming to see her, okay, from the United States. He is getting his second dose on the 7th of October and his flight is October 14. Is he still gonna be okay to fly to the Philippines as fully vaccinated? And the answer is no, he will not be okay, because the rule for the Philippines, okay, even CDC says that you are only fully vaccinated 14 days after your second dose. And this is exactly what it says right here on the Bureau of Quarantine website. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it says, okay? Fully vaccinated against COVID-19 is defined as a traveler who has second dose in a 2-dose series or a single dose COVID-19 vaccine more than 14 days prior to the date and time of his departure from his country of origin. So I want to make sure that you guys fully aware that you need to be fully vaccinated. You are considered fully vaccinated 14 days from either your first dose of the 1-dose series or the second dose of your 2-dose series vaccine. Now let's cover another question from another viewer of mine. If I'm only transiting in the Philippines to go to Japan from Malaysia, do I still need One Health Pass? This is an actual screenshot from the Bureau of Quarantine as of October 12, and it states right here that if you are a transit passenger, you will not need a One Health Pass registration, okay? Transit passenger, meaning you are passing through the Philippines, you're stopping there, you are not exiting the immigration, and you are just stopping there to go to another country. Transit layover, but you are not exiting the Philippines, okay? You are just stopping in that airport and then going to Malaysia, for my viewers. So transit passenger, you will not need a One Health pass, okay? So let's cover this next question, and I'm glad she asked this because I actually experienced this. I went through this when I went back to the Philippines, May of 2022, and I want everyone to be aware of this for name changes, okay? So she basically asked that her vaccination card does not match her passport, and I had the same scenario when I went to the Philippines. So I called Philippine Airlines and I wrote to the Bureau of Immigration and the Bureau of Quarantine on what to do, because my passport was under my married name, but my vaccination card was from my previous name. They told me that I could not fly with a non-matching information, that I needed for everything to match. And so what I did is I went to our Department of Health, the local county Department of Health here in California, and I asked them to give me a new vaccination card, and all they needed from me was my passport as well as my marriage certificate, and they went ahead and gave me a new vaccination card. So you guys, that is my experience. If any one of you out there was able to go into the Philippines with non-matching information, let us know. But for me, I went ahead and got a new CDC vaccination card, and I was able to load it into my One Health Pass, and there was no discrepancies, and I was able to fly to the Philippines without an issue. So okay, let's cover this question. Emily, this is what it says. How come my One Health Pass registration has a QR code, but my husband has a barcode? Hope you can reply. And she says here, my QR code says valid for express lane, but my husband says valid for arrival verification. I'm so glad that she asked this question. I was able to reply to her, and it made her feel better because she was really worried about it. Okay, you guys, after you click submit, it's either gonna give you a QR code or a barcode, okay? Let me explain the difference. A QR code, it will look like this, meaning when you enter all your information and all your documents, say your vaccination card or your RT-PCR test result if you need one, and the Bureau of Quarantine were able to verify everything, you are good to go. That means you were given a QR code. You're going to use the express lane. When you arrive in the Philippines, they will no longer ask you to show any of those documents. But it does not mean you shouldn't bring it. You still have to bring all of those, okay? Because you never know when you're going to need it. But when you arrive in the Philippines, express lane QR code, you show it to them. You do not need to show any of your documents that you have uploaded, but still bring it with you. When you get a barcode after you click submit, it will look like this, okay? A barcode that says valid for arrival verification. For whatever reason, when you entered all her husband's information and her husband's vaccination card or RT-PCR test result, if he needed one, the Bureau of Quarantine system was not able to verify and validate any of that information. So he will have to go to the lane where they have to ask him for all his documents that they uploaded. So your passport, your vaccination card, your RT-PCR test results if you have one. So those are the difference. But don't worry, you guys. Either you get a barcode or a QR code, you will be able to check in for your flight, and you will be able to arrive in the Philippines. All right, let's go back to booster, okay? Maybe I missed it, but for One Health Pass is 72 hours, but what is the time limit for negative test without a booster? So they're talking about a pre-departure COVID-19 test. If you do not have a booster, like I said, you need a negative RT-PCR test. So within 48 hours before your departure for RT-PCR test, and within 24 hours prior to your departure for the antigen test. So, all right, next question here. My connecting flight is from Jordan to Qatar, Qatar to Manila, then Manila to Davao. So which one do I put as my arrival date? Okay, you want to put the arrival date, and I think this is what she's talking about. I'm going to show you right here where it says when is your arrival in the Philippines. Okay, this is the date that you arrive in the Philippines. Say if you're coming from your country of origin, you arrive in Manila. She says she's going to Manila. You enter that date and you enter Manila as well. You do not enter your arrival date in Davao, okay? Because your port of entry is Manila, and that is the date and the airport that you want to enter on your One Health Pass. Is your actual arrival date in the Philippines, not your connecting flights. Okay, I've done many tutorials for One Health Pass and I've seen it in 2 different variations, okay? And I'm gonna cover both of them right now. So when it comes to contact number, it sometimes looks like this, okay? It says contact number, enter local Philippine phone number, okay? Some tutorials are gonna look like this. That's just the way it goes with the Philippines. And another tutorial, it says that they need your country code and your phone number, okay? I did that on my last tutorial. But if it will ask you for contact number, it actually says right here, enter local Philippine number. What you want to do is just get a local Philippine phone number. It could be your hotel that you're staying at, a family member, your friends in the Philippines. It does not matter. You just need to have a working local Philippine phone number. But sometimes the tutorial, the actual registration asks for a country code and a phone number, okay? So if you get that, what you want to do is enter the country code of your country. Say the United States, the country code is 1, okay? And then the phone number could be 408-555-1212. So those are the 2 differences of contact numbers when it comes to registering for your One Health Pass. We're never gonna know when you do it which one you're gonna get, but if you get either one, that's how you're gonna answer it. The next question that I've been getting a lot is, Emily, which one is my port of entry? Okay, so if you click right here where it says port of entry, it's gonna ask you for the terminal that you are arriving at in the Philippines. Say you are arriving in Manila, but then you are headed to, say, Davao or Bacolod, okay? Your port of entry is Manila, okay? That is your first port of entry in the Philippines. Don't worry about Davao or the local destination that you're going to, because all you have to worry about is where you are arriving in the Philippines. Say you're coming from Singapore, but you are arriving directly in Davao, okay? Then your port of entry would be Davao, all right? Whichever port of entry city that you are arriving in the Philippines first, that will be your port of entry. All right, I also want to cover this because I get a lot of questions, okay? Classification, OFW, non-OFW, foreign national. OFW, overseas Filipino workers, okay? Filipino citizens who works abroad, okay? They're out of the country on a working visa, right? That is an OFW. A non-OFW and a foreign national. I'm gonna make my uncle as an example, okay? My uncle is a dual citizen, okay? As you can see on his application right here for One Health Pass, he is a dual citizen, but he entered foreign national. So dual citizen, it does not matter if you enter non-OFW or foreign national, you're gonna be okay, you guys, okay? Don't worry about that. If you are a former Filipino, okay, you are a foreign national because you do not hold a dual citizenship or a Philippine citizenship, okay? If you are a Filipino citizen, then you are a non-OFW unless you are working abroad on a working visa. But if you are a green card holder and you have a Filipino passport, you are a non-OFW. And for everyone else that does not have a Philippine passport, you are a foreign national, okay? Thank you all very much for watching. Maraming salamat po. Please do take care of each other. And if you can like this video and share it to anyone that might find it useful, I would really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, please drop a comment below. And you're welcome to also send me a Facebook Messenger message at Emily Essential for my Facebook Messenger. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care. Bye.